prison, we are not in a position to request community control. However, we do differ with the prosecution on the amount of prison that is appropriate in this case. We believe a total sentence of 24 months is appropriate. We understand that the failure to comply charge must run consecutive to any other prison term, and therefore would ask for a sentence of 12 months on both the robbery and the strangulation.
Right from the start, the courtroom sets a deliberate tone. The charges are serious, multiple felonies, and the defendant carries a complicated past. The language used is calm and procedural, but beneath that formal tone lies a deeper story. It's one of violence, control, and a pattern that suggests second chances have already come and gone.
12 months on the failure to comply to run consecutive to one another for a total of 24 months. Fortunately, there was no accident in this, fleeing and eluding. No other cars were damaged, no one was injured. And we do feel that the 24 months is appropriate, particularly in light of the fact that there is the potential for Mr. Stenard to get up to 9 months as a result of this set of facts.
How long is he on PRC?
I think probably about 2 or 3 years, beginning in April of this year. But while they find that, I will just say that we do feel that that recommendation is appropriate, and there is someone who has come here today who would like to speak on Mr. Stenard's behalf, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'd have to do some quick math, Your Honor, but I know the defendant's PRC was set to max out on 10/1 of 25.
Okay. All right, who do you want to talk? Mr. Matthews?
This gentleman here, Your Honor.
All right, just state your name, please.
How you doing, Your Honor? My name is Jesse Prater, the father of Jay Sean Stenard.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Your Honor, I just wanted to let you know that he does have support. In the past few years, we've been dealing with a lot. His brother was murdered, and his mom died of cancer, all within 90 days. Not saying it's an excuse for all he has done, but I think
Comes a pivotal moment in the hearing. The defense makes its case for a mere 2-year prison sentence, arguing it's appropriate given the circumstances. Watch how they frame it. No significant injuries, minimal risk, full cooperation. It's a textbook defense strategy. Minimize harm, humanize the defendant, and present them as someone capable of redemption, hoping the judge sees a life worth salvaging.
I remember with my baby mother, I just need help in the best way you see fit. I ain't no bad person, man. I just make a lot of bad choices. And I got this hatred towards myself, man. Where I just feel like a lot of the stuff I've been going through is majority my fault, man. I just need help. My anger. I want to be a better role model for my son, for my brothers. I just want you to help me in the best way you see fit, Your Honor. That's it.
All right. Ms. Alessi?
Thank you, Your Honor. Prior to addressing the court, the victim in this case wanted the victim advocate to read aloud a statement she wrote for the court.
You said you wouldn't do it again, but you did. For years, you made me believe that I was the problem. For years, you made me believe that if I changed how I responded to you when you were mad, or if I gave you space while you were mad, you would cool off without these things escalating. But on July 2nd, I saw how manipulative you have been because I tried all the things you asked me to, and you still decided to hit me and traumatize me. I remember every slap over the past 4 years, every punch, every kick, all the blood and hospital visits and pain. After you ripped me out of my car 3 years ago, I should have left. But I thought maybe you would change. After you broke my nose, I was still hopeful of change. Then I got pregnant and I thought you would change for your son. But unfortunately, you decided to press my face against a wall in front of our kids and made them cry. Then you wait until the second they leave to beat me to a pulp again. I really thought I was going to die, especially after you strangled me. I am completely damaged and traumatized from your actions. If I am lucky, my kids won't remember the abuse they saw their mother receive from somebody who is supposed to be their father or father figure. I would like to see Jay Sean locked away until he is 50 years old.
A sharp emotional shift. A father steps forward, introducing grief, loss, and hope for redemption into the courtroom. This isn't just testimony, it's a plea for compassion. It aims to reframe the defendant not just as a criminal, but as someone with a life beyond the crime. It's a powerful strategy, but it also raises a question. Can emotion outweigh the demand of justice?
That it is extraordinary. He needs help, and putting a vicious animal in restraints is only going to make them even more vicious without the proper steps. He needs mental health and to be medicated. I am not the first female Jay Sean has beat up, and I won't be the last. He needs to be in a level 4 prison away from others so he doesn't hurt anyone. He has made multiple threats to kill me over the past years, and I don't want me or my kids anywhere near him. I had to move out of my apartment due to the constant reminder of the trauma every time I walk in the house. I've had to enroll into mental health myself and am now medicated to help me sleep and help with depression and anxiety due to this incident. Please do not take the abuse he has caused lightly. My life is now forever changed due to the being near death caused by Jay Sean. Thank you for your time.
All right, anything else, Ms. Alessi?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, the defendant engaged in a violent act of strangling the mother of his child, a brutal crime that caused her injuries, a fact that the defendant conveniently glosses over or omits from the pre-sentence report interview conducted in this case. He doesn't talk about, despite claiming he takes full responsibility, when he punched her in the eye, when he pulled her across the floor, when he kicked her in the head, and then when he began to strangle her. In the 911 call, when the victim is the one who calls 911, you can hear even in that call, she's still having a difficult time breathing and talking and communicating with the dispatcher. And that is due to the defendant taking his hands and placing them around her neck and applying pressure. When police arrive on scene, you can see the victim's torn and ripped t-shirt from the struggle with the defendant, her swollen eye, the blood on her lips and her teeth, and the red marks around her neck. The victim thought he was going to kill her, and I understand why. And then after this heinous assault, the defendant steals her car, a vehicle that she needs to pick up their son from daycare and to transport and to go and buy things to meet his basic needs, a vehicle that she needs to get to work and to school, because unlike the defendant, she is trying to better herself. And the defendant's actions didn't stop there. When confronted by law enforcement, he chose to flee at a high rate of speed, nearly causing a collision, an act that jeopardized the safety of numerous motorists on the roadway.
Prepare yourself for the most emotionally raw point yet. The victim's statement breaks through the courtroom's quiet formality, exposing years of silent suffering. It's not just a response to the defense. It's a revelation. Every word strips away the legal buffer and forces everyone, especially the judge, to confront the very real human toll behind the charges. Here, law meets lived experience.
Parole, which underscores his utter disregard for the law. The defendant has demonstrated that he is a danger to society, and the only way, or the only certainty we have, is that while the defendant is incarcerated, he is not out committing more crimes in the public. The state is asking for 5 years prison. As the court is aware, the failure to comply must be run consecutive to any other sentence imposed. The defendant has 142 days of jail time credit, and calculating the remaining time on PRC is 315 days. Thank you.
Thank you. I have reviewed the pre-sentence report and the victim impact statement. I've considered what Mr. Stenard has had to say, what his father said on his behalf, Mr. Matthews, Ms. Alessi, and the victim's statement given by the victim assistant personnel. I considered all provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. There's a long history with Mr. Stenard going back to his juvenile days with 4 different felony offenses, 5 overall. As an adult, there's a misdemeanor CCW, 2 criminal damaging, a felony unauthorized use of a vehicle, as well as failure to comply that was reduced to an attempt. The adult record all starts in 19. Protection order violation, a second protection order violation, receiving stolen property with a motor vehicle, an assault, a failure to comply with the order of a signal of a police officer, and a receiving stolen property in 20. Drug possession and menacing and receiving stolen property, another receiving stolen property regarding a motor vehicle in 20. Assault, drug possession, drug trafficking, criminal tool possession, receiving stolen property regarding a motor vehicle again, obstructing official business, unauthorized use of a vehicle, a felony 5, weapons under disability, a felony 3.
Finally, the prosecution reconstructs the crime with chilling precision. Every act of violence is laid out, not for drama, but as evidence. The goal is clear, to leave no room for doubt. This isn't just a timeline.
Was sent to prison October 17 of 22, got out April 3 of 24 with post-release control, which he's still under and was under at the time of these offenses on July 2nd. Ms. Alessi has outlined the facts as the investigation detailed. So, Mr. Stenard, the time for you to get help was when all this was going on in the past several years. And with most of these offenses, when you were an adult, you were put on probation with conditions. And that's the time you should have taken advantage before you commit, again, repeat offenses here, particularly with the failure to comply and another form of assault being the strangulation. So with regard to count 1, I'm going to sentence you to 36 months in prison. Count 2, 18 months in prison. And count 5, 24 months in prison. Counts 2 and 5,